Our final recipient of the evening dedicated much of his professional career to the betterment of the University of North Dakota. Dave Miedema was one of the most successful fundraisers in the history of the UND Alumni Association and Foundation. Yet, he sees his legacy as helping others establish theirs.
It's been 51 years and we're best friends still.
Over those years, Pat Halligan has seen Dave Miedema's passion for UND and its students during a 30-year career with the UND Alumni Association and Foundation.
It's the UND Alumni Magazine, and the very first sentence here, it says, Dave Miedema is one of the most prolific fundraisers in the history of the University of North Dakota Foundation, and yet he sees his legacy as helping others establish theirs. I mean, that's got the word class written all over it. I mean, that's truly what he believed. He believed that he was helping other people establish their legacy, and he was just kind of the conduit to bring them together with UND.
After years of helping others make dreams come true at UND, Dave and his wife Patty recently funded a scholarship endowment in a department close to their hearts.
I think he saw that this was really cool how people give something, a big donation. Some of these people were given millions of dollars, but it didn't matter whether it was a big or a small donation. Dave treated them all the same. And now all of a sudden he turns around a few years ago, he starts talking to UND about starting an endowment, which they did in the music department. Because Dave and Patty actually met in a music class, choral class, and that's where they first got to know each other. Yeah, Dave just bleeds green. He just loves UND. He can't speak highly enough of the place. And if we're at a hockey game at the Ralph, between periods, people are walking by, they're stopping, they're saying, hi Dave, they're shaking his hand. Dave loves to tell me, this is so-and-so, introduce me to him, tell me what they did real quick. If we're at a alumni party out in Arizona, now at Jim and Nicole Pullman's place, same thing, Dave's introducing me to all these people that he's met, in the last 30 plus years at UND, and he just gushes about UND and how well they've done and now what they're doing to make the university even better. So yeah, Dave's just, he can't talk highly enough of UND. He just loves UND. And
our teams are fighting and we will help them see it through. We've got the team, we've got the steam, so North Dakota, here's to you.
Dave, for being the consummate professional, a wonderful co-worker, and an advocate for UND students, please come forward to accept your Sioux Award for Distinguished Achievement and Leadership.
I wasn't expecting this as a 70th birthday present. All of you singing and being here tonight and to receive this special award. Having worked at UND as long as I did, I had the pleasure of attending many Sioux Award banquets, alumni honors banquets, and I'm well aware of the significance of the Sioux Award and what it means. And it makes this an especially humbling experience for me. To now join the list of UND Sioux Award recipients is truly an honor, and I thank you. I want to briefly, I'll emphasize the word briefly, touch on three things tonight. One is extending thanks, one is giving recognition, and last, the power of we. First of all, extending thanks. I have to extend thanks to those individuals involved in the submission and support of my nomination for this award. It's for all of us tonight who are receiving the Sioux Award, it's indeed an honor to be nominated, but to be selected is a different matter altogether. So I thank you for that, of all of those who were involved. And after receiving a phone call from Deanna and Jim Poolman several months ago that I would be receiving the Sioux Award, it just kept going through my mind with regard to the people who nominated me and supported me. What were they thinking? I don't know, but I appreciate it very much. I also want to extend thanks to Deanna and the team at the Alumni Association and Foundation, and also President Armacost. Talk about the right two people in the right positions at the right time. They've both done just a tremendous job for our university. Just a few days ago, Deanna announced, and Jim alluded to it earlier, a $100 million fiscal year for the University of North Dakota Foundation, a first ever $100 million year. And it's numbers like that, Deanna, that make me want to saddle up again. So stand by. And President Andy, thank you for your leadership and for your vision for our university. You and First Lady Kathy have done a tremendous job, as we all know, since arriving here, and we look forward to many, many more years with you at the helm. So thank you. And last, I want to extend thanks to Jim Poolman, a good friend of mine, and other members of the Alumni Association and Foundation Executive Committee and the Board of Directors. Thank you all for sharing your skills, your expertise, and your leadership for the benefit of UND. Second, I want to give recognition, first of all, recognizing the other Sioux Award recipients tonight, Mike and Suzette, Chuck, Monica, and Kathy. I'm proud to be part of our class, if you will, and I'll always treasure our new connection. Just one little sidebar about Dr. Mayer that I'm sure most all of you are not aware of, and that is, around about 1980, Monica and I worked at the same place here in Grand Forks. For me, it was a job pretty fresh out of college, out of UND. And for Monica, it was a job to save up some money so she could go to medical school, around about, as I said, 1980. And Monica, I don't know if you're aware or not. Where's Monica sitting? I don't know if you're aware or not, but our former boss, Don Fisk, is here tonight. And he has brought with him 2 checks, both adjusted for inflation, to pay us for overtime that we worked back in 1980. So I suggest, and we'll meet Don afterwards and collect, but I suggest that you and I have a good party tonight. I also want to recognize our Young Alumni Achievement Award recipients. My goodness. Tiffany, Emily, and Erica, what you've already achieved in your young lives is truly amazing. And we all look forward to tracking what we know will be a very bright future for each of you. So congratulations. Last, I want to recognize family members and very special friends who are here tonight, but time doesn't allow for me to introduce each of them. But you know who you are, and most of you are sitting right out here, and what you mean to me, and I sincerely appreciate you being here. I do want to recognize my wife, Patty, who I met at UND in 1974 while we were both students and members of the university chorus, what is now referred to as the concert choir. And I don't know if I sang my way into her heart or she sang her way into my heart, but all I know is it worked, because next month we'll be celebrating our 47th wedding anniversary, and it all And it all started here at UND. Last, what I'm calling the power of we. And again, we heard a bit about this earlier tonight, I think from Jim. But it was almost exactly a year ago that Deanna and President Andy introduced us to the Forever UND campaign, a $500 million campaign for the benefit of the University of North Dakota. And many of you in the audience tonight have already made a commitment to that campaign, and I thank you. If you haven't yet made your gift, please meet me in the lobby after the banquet, and we'll visit. But the subtitles that Deanna relayed are "We Do, We Lead, We Are Forever UND." And it's the word "we" that resonates with me as I think about my personal relationship with UND. And I also think about the many conversations I've had with others, especially alumni, about our University of North Dakota. Like so many of you, I often wear a UND sweatshirt or t-shirt or cap or whatever, and I find that wearing the merch, as they call it these days, especially in Arizona where we've lived for the last 8 years, frequently brings a reaction from people I meet on a sidewalk or in a store or at an event or whatever it is. And you hear things like you've heard. Did you go to UND? Are you from North Dakota? Or go Hawks? Or yes, go Sioux. And again, I know many of you have had experiences just like that. Well, my wife Patty is sometimes a part of these conversations. And not long ago, after we had concluded a conversation with some newfound UND friends, Patty said to me, "Dave, you have to be careful." And I said, "What do you mean careful?" And she said, "Well, I think you're leaving the impression with folks that you still work at UND. Because you're saying things like, we have a great hockey team. We have a terrific new president. We have an incredibly successful foundation. We have a beautifully transformed campus. We have a world-renowned aviation aerospace program. It's all we. And I don't even speak French. But now, Patty and I have known each other for 50 years, and we've never had a disagreement. But in this case, I did disagree, but at least partially. Granted, I should do a better job and clarify with new acquaintances especially that I do not work at UND. But I draw the line at replacing the word we with they. How can I brag about my university when I say they? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, I know some of our alumni use the word they when talking about UND and are no doubt every bit as proud to be a part of our alumni family as I am. But personally, I would find it difficult to say things like, they have a growing enrollment, or they have built a number of beautiful new buildings, or they have over 250 organizations for students to be involved in, or they have an outstanding School of Medicine and Health Sciences. I just cannot do that. And that's when it hit me, Deanna. The Forever UND campaign that Deanna and President Armacost introduced to us. We do, we lead, we are Forever UND. Obviously emphasizing we, not they. Most all of us here tonight are members of the UND alumni family, and we will even accept NDSU grads who are UND wannabes. We are proud graduates, former students, community and state leaders, business owners, special friends. Whatever your vested relationship is, be proud knowing UND is your university, your school. Demonstrate your pride. Remember, it's we and not they. We are the doers. We are the leaders. We are Forever UND. Be the we. I'm Dave Miedema, and I approve this message. Happy homecoming.